Now let's continue with all these side quests. Oh, straight into a
Bands
cutscene.
suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
I mean, if we get close to beating it tonight, I might stay a little longer in the stream than usual. I don't
Come
want
on,
to leave
Clive.
like
He's waiting.
if playing for another hour tonight will allow us to beat it. It's much better than starting a new stream tomorrow and then like either only playing it for an hour or like switching games in between. I thought I just did this quest. Don't tell me there's another one.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
Can't
What
believe
is it,
it.
Cyril?
More quests?
One of our brethren lately
Maybe
journeyed
not.
across
Maybe
the
you're right.
strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the
Yes. Just
perils of
ask us to
Ash.
go. No need
For
for
as
this
you
long
so earnestly
explanation.
advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord.
Here's hoping these
Go then,
quests
with
just
my
don't
hopes,
take that long.
and may the firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
If we can beat them all in an hour, then we have a chance of beating this game tonight. But I'm not sure about that. Okay. Oh, another quest up here, for God's sake. What to do? Let's do this one. Now, there's just so many, I don't even know what Like they're just starting to all blend together because I'm just doing whichever's closest. Even though it doesn't really matter since we could just teleport.
Papa? What is it? Oh, please.
That's
Make it stop.
that might also be another
scared.
reason for why everything feels like it's not moving too fast. Because we're doing like little pieces of side quests, different side quests, and then all at once we're probably gonna turn them all in.
Let's go.
So even though it seems like it's going slow, we are at the very least making progress. I mean, I think there's like 2 side quests that we already finished. We just got to turn them in.
That can't be Rutherford, can it?
Like the one for mid we finished, unless they add another one for us to do. Oh, I thought that was our uncle for a minute.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
We're just fighting a whole bunch of people. I don't even know
You're
why.
right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Let's see if they can even survive this. Oh, they got knocked too far back. Well, a lot more survived than I thought. Oh, this dude got healed. Be nice if this hit more than. Oh, I wonder if, like, since that move hits twice, I wonder if it hurts, or like it retargets to another person. If the first person died. You gotta be kidding me! I'm stab it. Okay. It actually took longer than I was expecting. Damn it. Dude, that's... Okay, come on. Who the hell else is healing here? It's like ridiculous now. He has a lot of HP. Well, at least he's dead. Okay, that wasn't as quick as I would have liked, but it's whatever. Didn't really cause us any issues.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
I agree. What are the chances of that? Maybe I'm becoming Clive.
Field
It's been
Marshal
playing
Havel,
this
I
game for
presume.
so long.
Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together, even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking in this game. I almost want to see if
I
like
never
somebody
hear the
did a
end of this.
breakdown of how long.
All right.
Like if you
I'll
took
start by ordering
all
my
the
most trusted
cutscenes
guard
from
to
all
bring
the
the
quests and
Dhalmekian
all the side
fringes
quests and
under
all the main
control.
stories, all the
Next, I'll
hunts
make
and all
contact
that.
with my counterparts in the
How
Imperial
much
Army and see if I
talking there
can't
is. I
convince
bet you
them
we've
to try and
spent
restore order in their own territory.
half the time listening
Thank
to
you,
stuff
Field
and half
Marshal.
the time playing.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
I think we're like
What do
60,
you mean?
60 something hours in.
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
I mean, the talking in these side quests is so bad that it took us, all the side quests that we're doing now, it took us 40 minutes just to accept them and listen to what they had to say. We didn't even start anything. All we did was accept them. And they were all in the hideaway. I mean, there were a couple outside, but it took us 40 minutes just to listen to the ones in the hideaway. I'm losing so much focus on these side quests. I'm not even doing it in any, I'm not like picking one and then finishing it. So I'm just doing whatever I see first, and all the stories are blending together. You would think you would do that. You would start a side quest and just finish it. I'm just like bouncing all over the place. They really made a filler and put gameplay in between.
Unwavering will and
I
an
mean,
unbreakable
technically
bond.
these are not
Do you really think we're
required
strong enough?
in any way.
To save the world? Of course. To have
Out
overcome
of-
Father's political enemies.
When it comes
That
to
I'm
like
certain.
side quests, they
Especially
give you
knowing what
like
we know
important
now.
items.
What Mother was
I can
truly
only think
capable
of like 3,
But perhaps these bands
Or-
would have helped.
2 actually,
Knowing he was with us would have made all the
and they're
difference.
both related to
It's just back there.
how many potions we can carry and how effective they are. Get to do all the side quests. Well, if we decide to do all the side quests, I'm gonna add like 20 hours to the Zelda Let's Play when we're like probably 5 hours from beating it. I mean, we could do all the side quests that that we can
Father
find in
always
Tears of the
fought for what
Kingdom.
he believed was right.
But instead of us spending 5 to 10 hours
It
finishing
wasn't until
the
that
main
night
story,
at Phoenix
we
Gate
might
that
spend
I
another
realized
30 hours doing all the side quests.
I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Oh, I wonder if that was our father. I don't really remember what he was wearing. I
Whoever
think
he
that was
died.
it. Didn't really show us his face.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
I guess you're spoiled because of Witcher 3. I never played The Witcher 3. Might be another game to play. Rusted Battle Helm. War is coming, my boy. We must make ready. What's another curiosity? Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Cool. I mean, that's pretty much what was happening, but cool nonetheless. Oh, great. There's another side quest that popped up in here. You can tell the difference between the circular bubble, which is something we haven't accepted yet, and the diamond there. Well, let's leave that for now. Let's finish up all these other ones. I mean, we're making good time. We've only been here 20 minutes. Chances are we probably can't do it within the hour, especially if more just keep popping up, but maybe we'll get something good for it. Maybe we should have spent an extra hour playing last night. I was falling asleep though, to be honest. Oh, we could ask. Oh yeah, this is actually part of the other quest we just started.
Quentin,
One of those guys we killed.
I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to that.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask.
Never had a meat pie. I
but
wonder
I
how
can
that
think of
tastes.
none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
Dude's got a point.
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's back at the hideaway. Okay. That's the one our uncle gave us. Okay, that's another one we can turn in. Let's move on to Northreach. At least some of these are turning out to be pretty quick. Although we do have another one to accept here. Let's see what this one's all about.
This recruit.
The garrison is threatening to
First
pull their
things
sentries from
first.
if we don't cooperate.
Let's do that. I wonder what this one's all about.
I'm nervous. Is it all... Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
Oh, I remember the
At your
scout.
service, master.
Please, just
Scout in
sit.
training.
There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen.
A little too optimistic.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
What do I have to do? I'm gonna have to break this dude out of prison.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way.
Oh, it looks like I just have to follow him. Hopefully it's not one of those dumb missions where
Alright,
you have to like
Ember.
track.
Impress me.
You have to like what's it called? You know, spy on somebody, but you know, without them seeing you, or else you have to like restart from the beginning. I hate that shit.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
I guess
Or maybe
not.
not.
Well, at least I don't have to like spy on this dude.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't.
Then run!
Um,
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Where are all the guards? Ooh, this guy's level 40. Kind of surprised. Pretty hard enemy, or a pretty high level enemy just for a side quest. Not that it'll make much of a difference. Hot Aprons. Have a stagger. Not really anything else I can do. I guess we'll toss a potion, why not? So we don't die. You never know what else this dude might do to us. And it's pretty much over.
You're finished.
Super easy. Dragon's Talon. I guess he failed.
Ember, are you?
Or is he dead? I see no body.
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Don't tell me that this dude screamed on... I mean, I'm just taking a guess here. But what are the chances that this guy screamed on purpose? Using me as the diversion. For him to go steal that book.
a fortress?
And who'll pay for that?
Although I was expecting... Oh, he's not here. I was expecting guards to be there, not enemies.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis.
Oh,
He was
Avis.
just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do?
I
To bring
figured
the
as
thing
much.
back without getting caught?
He has you then, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he...
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway.
Sneaky
Don't you
little
leave my
dude.
sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Didn't fool me, though. All right, that's another one done.
This won't be an easy decision.
It's probably going to take us 20 minutes just to turn all these quests in, if I'm not mistaken. I have to hear them all speak their piece.